Hi everyone, my name is Annika, aka Manic Moth. Thank you for turning into my first video on my channel. Some of you guys may know me from my social media accounts, but for those of you who don't know me, I decided to do the Goth attack as my first video so that you can get to know me a little bit better. As you may noticed, I think of course you noticed, I'm a native German speaker and just babbling around super spontaneously in English is quite difficult for me, so please excuse me if my English is bad from time to time. I will do my best, but yeah, it could be difficult, so let's start. I've been listening to goth music for a very long time, since I was a child actually, but I think I understand, or I started to understand what it means to be goth when I was about 12 years old. So I would say from when I was about 12 years old. I watched a lot of TV when I was a child. I also played a lot outside, but I watched way too much TV, and I also watched a lot of MTV. And I think I was about 7 or 8 years old when I first listened to a band called Him. They are not really a goth band, they are more like a romantic metal band, or I think they even call their music love metal. But yeah, I listened to Wicked Game back then and I loved the band ever since. So I think that's what really got me started to like this kind of music, and later on I listened to more goth bands, but yeah, this was the start. This is a quite difficult question for me because I like a lot of different genres. When it comes to the music, I mostly listen to dark wave music, and I also listen a lot to pagan folk music, but I also like industrial music when I go partying, when I want to dance. When it comes to the fashion, I mostly like the Victorian goth style, and I aspire to look like a dark pagan witch, if that makes any sense. To define what goth really means, it's quite impossible because it's very complex. But I know that the Gothic subculture emerged out of the punk subculture in the late 80s. But I would say what unites most people within this subculture is the interest in things that a lot of people want to distract themselves from, like mortality or melancholia. And of course, there's a certain aesthetic, a love for the morbid things and the spooky stuff. Yeah, but that's my opinion, what unites the people within the subculture. There's a lot more, and it's very complex, so yeah, that's all that I can say about it. Until recently I haven't experienced any elitism within this community, but yeah, I really hate when people judge other people for the things they like, especially as a goth. I mean, you are used to people judging you for the things you like, so I think it's super stupid to exclude people that are not fitting into a certain stereotype. I think the people who do that are very insecure about the things they like, so they think that it has to fit a pattern. Yep, I really hate this kind of thinking. I also heard a lot of goths saying that they are being harassed on the street for looking like a goth, but yeah, I rarely experienced that, and this could be for several reasons. Firstly, I live in a quite big German city. Yeah, it's for European standards it's big, and yeah, there most people are I used to seeing different looking people, so it's not that big of a deal, I would say. And also I'm very easily distracted, so if you don't speak directly to me, I will not notice what you are saying, so I don't notice when people talk shit about me. I'm very lucky when it comes to my parents, because they really like the aesthetic and they also like the music. Sometimes they're even listening to this kind of music themselves or to the music that I really like. So I never had any problems with them. They love what I do. Half eyebrows. I only have the front part of my eyebrows because the last part, it just grows straight down. Like, as you can see, I have very low eyebrows anyway, and with my natural eyebrows I just look kind of sad. It's just like and I really like when eyebrows have like a high arch, when they look like this. So I just shaved the last part off and just I can now draw it like I want to, and I really like it. I also like the no eyebrows look on other people, but for me, I think I'm very happy with the front part. I don't even have to plug it because it grows just nice, and yeah, I just like them to be a little bit higher. They've made so far, so, and I like every song. I mean, I prefer some, but I really like everything they did so far, so I have a lot of bands that I really like, but my favorite band is Daniel. I don't really have an opinion because I never thought about him that much actually, but I think he makes good music. It's not really my kind of music. I don't listen to it privately at home, but when they are playing it in a club while I'm dancing, I like to dance to it, and I think he looks nice. I like his look. Yeah, I think it's very creative. Sorry, that's all that I'm thinking. Actually, my baby bad days were very lonely. I lived in a very small village and I went to school in a very small town right next to the village, and there was no one who liked the same stuff as me. I think I first met other goths when I was about 16, and then I went to a different school with much nicer people, so... But I have friends who like the same stuff as me. I also have a lot of friends who don't like the same stuff as me, but I have some goth friends now that I'm older, so everything just went fine. So that was the goth tag. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope I didn't bore you too much. For my next video I would like to do a makeup tutorial, and it would be very interesting for me to know which of these looks you'd like to see. Just type in the number in the comments and I will do the look that is mostly requested. If you like my necklace, I have a shop where I'll sell those necklaces. I make them all myself. They are hand painted and hand sculptured, so they are very unique pieces. I will put the link to my shop right here. Please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see me again, and please give me a thumbs up. I would be very happy. So I hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye. Until next time. And thank you for watching.
All the vocabulary is just